G'day everyone, Jimbo here. Gary and I are about to start a tour. Sorry I haven't put up many posts lately, but we're about to fucking crank it up because I'm in Australia. Just fucking re-regoed the diner, and with a mechanic who appreciates that these diners, man, it's only done 300,000 and they go for $1 million. Fucking, they're workhorses. On the outside's a bit rough, but that's cool. Gary will be in here. Won't have a family because can't afford it, but you know, I'll probably be able to do more work with Gary. So thanks Jimmy for holding the fort with the kids. And yeah, so this video is going to be fucking long, man. So if you want fucking Gary shit, fucking just wait. Just tune out. Fuck off. And if you want the backstory, fuck, I really want to hear your feedback on this one. Basically, I'm going back into touring because, as anyone who knows has been following this story, I've after 20 years of doing comedy and fucking years with Gary before I started doing these videos, fucking nothing, not really getting much attention, a lot of fucking knockbacks, but I learned how to live very simply and I enjoyed it, and I miss it in a way, and I want to promote it. But when Gary became big, the only thing I could really promote was you become an influencer on social media and YouTube, where all these companies go, can you fucking advertise this? And there's fuck all money in it, man. I get about $5 a day from YouTube. There's rumours going around that you earn money, maybe if you've got 20 million followers, but even those people, if you've got big fucking corporate sponsors backing them and all these side projects and, you know, TV fucking wanting them to, you know, bring your audience over to us because we can flog ads at a higher rate. It's never going to happen to me because comedians, entertainers who get on TV regularly hosting shit, you know, you've got to be fucking, you've got to promote gay marriage, you've got to promote global warming, you've got to promote fucking gun control, fucking, you know, fucking refugee status, and, you know, I vote Labor. You know, I make heaps of money off all these ads, fucking in between all my fucking ability to keep your attention. But I pay heaps of taxes, so I'm not weird like the greenies, and that's it. It's not me. Anyone who knows that, it's not me. I'm not left or right. I'll just back someone who's just going to fucking crack open transparency in this world politically. And gay rights, I don't even fucking support straight rights. I mean, marriage, man, fucking, it's a lawyer's paradise, and I just see it fucks too many people up. So, you know, I'm not gonna fucking, if you're gay, I don't give a fuck. But you know, marriage, man, fucking, it's not my thing. I'm gonna be going, oh fucking, no, global warming, man. Fuck global warming, man. I mean, look up there. There's HARP. They know how to weather seed. They know how to do lots of shit with the weather, man. And who knows what the fuck, whether it's global warming or not. But it should be called pollution. We can all agree that they're polluting this world. Fucking cars, fucking food, fucking everything. And it's the root cause of it is consumerism, which is promoted by the central banks so that they can maintain their control. So global warming, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon, oh fucking, I think, you know, most people supporting global warming are just trying to convince everyone else, oh it's true. Meanwhile they're just fucking on their Learjets and everything, whatever they're doing. So fuck that, I'm not going to go down that line. You know, to me it's just to fucking tax us more. It's fucking pollution, man. We're fucking polluting this world big time. And gun control, I believe in the one argument for people being able to have guns, particularly in America where they still can, is it's there to keep a rogue governments in check, man. Once fucking, you know, Hitler, Mao Tse, fucking all the big fucking dictatorships, they took guns off people first, man. So that's what I'm for. So it's not really going to hold up on commercial TV. What was the other one? Refugee status, man. I'm all for fucking refugee status, but fucking hell, you know, treating people right. But why are we bombing the fuck out of so many countries and then providing welfare to all of them? Like, it's not coming out of taxpayers' money like people think. It's coming out of national debts, which is just ever increasing. It's all bankers' design to fucking get rid of, you know, nationalism, fucking religion. I'm not even religious. Fucking anything that people are passionate about, and just, you know, it's deep state stuff, and this is no longer fucking fringe wacky, man. It's people are waking up to it going, I don't know what the fuck's going on up there, but we want people to fucking dig, and collectively we need to do it. So I'm not going to get on fucking commercial TV. So obviously when I've become popular, you know, stations like Australia's Got Talent, I go, hey, you know, why don't you come on the show? It's like, nah, what's the deal? Nah. What, I've got to go down to Melbourne or Sydney or whatever, spend 4 weeks there, and Gary just does his shit on the stage, I do dirty jokes, and you edit it up, and it's going to be fucked, right? But, yeah, and you don't pay me any money. I'm away from family, away from doing videos. No, I'm not going to do that. You just want, Gary's got a profile, we'll plug him on the ads to sell ads. So I've had the project recently approach me about, we want to do fucking a little thing on you, 4-minute thing, which is nice. And I said, well, like what angle? And they said, we want to come to your gigs. And I'm going, come to one of gigs, man. I swear my ass off, man. This is a show that the comedy industry has rejected for fucking 20 years because they're saying, Jimbo, all the money's in corporate TV and corporate, you know, fucking speeches and big money corporate parties and TV, and your act isn't appropriate. Now, project, you want to come and do my show? You're going to have to use your bit button a fair bit. And they're going, yeah, we want to do a show. So I've given them, I've got 25 gigs from April, Muswellbrook up to Newcastle, up to Sunshine Coast, and I said, well, fucking pick a gig. And they picked one, and the venue's come back and gone, no, mate, don't do our gig because it's obviously a fucking stitch up. And I'm going, well, I'm a pretty hard guy to stitch up. I mean, I do dirty jokes. I say it on my videos anyway. And off stage, I'm fucking pretty clean, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I don't think they're trying to stitch me up anyway. So they're going to do another thing, which I don't mind doing that. You come to me, I'm doing the show, I don't have to fucking go anywhere and fucking, you know, sure, you're going to sell more ads for it and get more money to pay all your staff, and I'm going to get maybe a few more ticket sales. Now, I'm not selling t-shirts or anything, fucking getting fuck all from YouTube. I'm just going back to what I love doing, which is these gigs, and I'm doing a whole lot of really small gigs, which I love. Like, I don't know, a few of you might have seen the Raymond Terrace gig. It was just 30 people, but it's already gone to 1.2 million people views. So I think the biggest rock concert ever is 1 million people, South America with Rolling Stones. So little old me and, you know, fucking little old fucking anyone who hasn't got a name can fucking amplify what they do, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm doing shows, so I won't be able to do as many videos because I'm fucking doing shows each night. But I'm going to try and amplify those shows to the viewers, so, and just hopefully get enough money. So I'm not going after the fucking money. I'm just trying to earn an honest living, but I recognise I need fucking money, man. Family, lawyers, accountants, and all this stuff which is encroaching on me, which I didn't have when I was fucking well known. It was just, well, family, it's just me and Gary. So I love my life now. I'm just trying to fucking embrace it and grow. So that's the fucking story. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting if you fucking hung out to this stage. Recently, I've got an agent. I was overseas, just ringing up gigs is fucking hard. Just, you know, they take 10% of my gross, which ends up being fucking 50% of my profits. But it's like, I'm just trying to find a venue that'll give me a show is hard, even when you've got a name, right? So this good booking agency's got me fucking 20 gigs up the coast, and cheers to those guys, done a great job. And they've come back to me this week and said, a bit of a problem, 3 gigs in the Richmond Valley Shire, which is up near Byron Bay, top of New South Wales, have basically come back and all said the same thing. In Ballina RSL, Nimbin Hotel and Casino RSM have basically said the licensing cops in the Richmond Valley area have just said, we don't want Jimbo doing this show because apparently fucking on one of my videos, that tits come out and get rubbed on Gary's face. But seriously, right? And they've basically said, if you put on this show, we're going to send out cops, plain clothes, all uniform, and if anything fucking, you know, is suspect, offensive, we're going to shut your pub down. So it's pretty, these venues are over a barrel. I understand how they go, we can't go near you, Jimbo. So talking to the agent going, is this I've had so much trouble with cops. It's like just trying to, you're fighting shadows trying to work out fucking what's going on. Who's doing this? Licensing police in Richmond Valley area, like there's a lot of fucking shit goes on up there, and they're basically saying, hey boys, I've got a job for you. Next week, a comedian's going to be playing at this pub. I want you to go down and just mingle with the crowd. And if any tits come out, I want you to start throwing the book around. I mean, this is paid for by our tax. You can imagine down the station going, oh man, can I fucking have that job? Yeah, fucked if I want to go around to domestic fights where people are bashing each other on meth. Oh, fucking, that sounds like a top night. And, these guys are just doing their job. Like I'm trying to fucking just do my job. So, my income source is being fucking threatened big time, man. And I'm a hard guy to catch, man. Most authorities get you on drugs. I know people fucking don't believe this, but people long term who know what my page is about. I'm pro-choice on drugs, but personally, I choose not to have them. I just enjoy fucking being straight. So authorities can't get me on drugs, no matter how many fucking cameras are on me through your Samsung phone or whatever it is, and fucking. Tax-wise, they're trying to go after me for the last 10 years, but I haven't earned anything. I don't have any assets for fucking, so it's no big deal. And, so, how much trouble I've got in with this, and it's, I'm fighting fucking shadows, and you guys know. And the world is at the moment. Everyone's rising up, and what the fuck's going on up the top there? Come on, just be fucking honest. You've got the technology to be open about everything. Let the people fucking decide this, not... you guys. So what's happened with this shutdown, I've put my mind to it and I've gone, hang on a minute, Richmond Valley area, this reminds me, 2014, I did a gig in Evans Head Hotel. In the only other time I've tried to do a gig there, and I've rocked up there, and I'll just pull it up. I've rocked up there, and the publican has basically gone, fucking the cops, licensing cops have shut the show down for the same reason. It's an offensive show. It's like back then, this was before Gary went off with videos or anything. It was like, fucking, why? Like, fucking what's going on? And he basically said, look, the Richmond Valley Council first approached me and said, we don't want you to put this show on because it's offensive. It's just what Rodney Rood and Kevin Bloody Wilson have done, and they've gone through their own battles, especially Rodney Rood. Mortgaged a house in the 80s because the cops fucking tried to shut down his show because of swearing, and he went to the Supreme Court. And I'm going through my own battles on fronts, and I haven't got a fucking house to mortgage, but I'm doing my best representing myself. So I've gone, right, okay, so I've gone back to a post I've done on this Gary the Goat Facebook page in 2014, and check this out. Now, you got to realise as well, like, with Gary, I had Gary for 2 years, and I was just doing his page with still, I didn't have a video camera back then, just had a dodgy camera, so I just took photos. And it was, for years, I got up to about 20,000 followers, which I thought was a lot. I got a bit of a bump from about 10,000 followers from this court case in Sydney, which I'll talk about later, I'll talk about now. It's for eating roses. The cops basically pulled me up and go, fucking eating roses. He was eating grass and they basically just wanted to bust me on a whole lot of stuff. They couldn't get anything. And then they eventually said, I'm going to fucking let you go, but we're going to find something. And they fined me something in the mail for unlawful destruction of vegetation because he was hitting grass in a park in Sydney. And I just went, I'm going to take this to court. You can't be serious, can you? With goat eating grass. Anyway, got out in the press, and then the Rock's commander basically said, the cop's boss just said, and the truth's going to come out in court, he destroyed a whole fucking rose garden. And anyone who's got a goat knows they said they dug it out from the roots and all. It's like fucking bullshit. Goats don't do that. Anyway, we go to court and the front up, and I just called their bluff basically. None of the cops would get on the witness stand to say that he dug up the roses because they had no evidence. And had a good lawyer who got me off on a technicality. And, come out and there was a fucking, it got sucked into all these fucking cameras outside. Like I was coming outside of an O.J. Simpson case because I brought Gary to the court case outside, and then, got picked up by Reuters and went around the world as a wacky news story for the day. But I never really got traction on this Gary the Goat page until I started doing videos in, I think it was late 2014 or early 2014, and I was getting about 10,000 new viewers, new fans a day. So it was just, I've got popular, and it got up to 1.5 million in about fuck all time. So it was like, I've got popular not through mainstream media or just, you know, publicity or anything. It's just doing these videos. You guys know this. So anyway, getting back to the story. This is it. This is August the 1st, 2013. And I'm in, okay, we've had another run-in with the law again. And I've got this picture here of Gary. I went into the Broken Hill Library and I went inside to do some internet because my computer wasn't working. I've tied Gary up to that seat over there. Anyway, I'm inside and I can see this guy come up and, you know, start manhandling Gary and trying to put him in a van. And I've come out and I've just gone, what's going on? And he's basically said, he's come up with it, he's eating all the roses. Now, I'll just show you here. I've just fucking, look, this is, I can't, you know, this is the roses he's talking about. They'd recently been pruned back to their stumps. There was no leaves or anything on anything. And this guy's trying to say that he's eating the roses. And I've just gone, mate, fucking, this is ridiculous. I've been through this before, man. Don't fucking do this, man. It's going to go to court. I don't want to fucking come out to another court case. And just don't do it, right? And he's sort of going, how dare you? How dare you? Fucking, you know, and then he's just basically going, I'm just doing my job. My boss across the road in a building, he said, can you go down and bust that goat and the guy? And so I was just going, well, fucking get him down here. I didn't say fucking, I was being polite to authorities, and then said, bring him down. And then this other dog catcher comes down and starts saying you've done a whole lot of things wrong. And I'm basically saying, yeah, I understand you guys want to bust me. I get that. But have you got a law that you're going to bust me over? And they're basically going, oh, no, we can't find anything. And they're trying to make out that they just didn't have anything. I mean, Gary was just tied up and he wasn't even eating roses. So I've just put this Facebook post up, and it's gone around Broken Hill, that this story. Anyway, the local newspaper has picked it up, and I'll just go to here whether so I've just done a little post. You can see here, like 73, 800. You know, I'm not getting many views back then. It's just me puttering around, and it's on the front page of the Broken Hill newspaper, and it's also been spun into a few ABC sites online. Flower-eating goat. Again, it wasn't a flower-eating goat. That was from Sydney. It was a grass-eating goat. But once the police changed the narrative, that's what you get fucking pinged for. Anyway, most people don't give a fuck if you ate flowers anyway. So you've got this guy, and basically the council took a bath on it. I'll put all these links in below so you can read them closely. The council got made out to be fucking idiots, and people going, this is a fucking waste of time of our money. Why don't you do something better, Broken Hill Council? You know, so I've got out of town, and the council's obviously been a bit pissed off, like, fuck, I can't even bust this guy. He doesn't even live here. It's not like I can go around and defect his car or do some fucking council regulation on his house. You haven't fucking put this gutter in or whatever, right? I'm just fucked off. And I just thought, you know, I've done my gig there, and I've just left. Anyway, I didn't really think that much of it until this thing came up at Evans Head, where I'm asking the publican, what the fuck's going on? Why is my show being banned by licensing police? They've got no history of anything. It's just weird. And I've gone to the posts, because you sort of forget everything. 12th of August 2013. And I asked the publican said, council came in and showed me a 6-page document from Broken Hill Council. So it's on a paper trail explaining how you were going around the country doing publicity stunts, which involved tying up essential services. They said you were then recording these incidents and then uploading it into the net in order to get publicity for media for your show. They basically said you're a troublemaker and they didn't want you to performing in our town. And when the police came in on it as well, that's when he cancelled the show. So he was going to hold his ground. And later on here, you can see the link to see it. I've basically approached the police who've come in. I said, mate, what's going on? And they've just basically said, mate, I don't know. We've just been ordered to shut this show down. So again, you're fighting with shadows. But anyone in Richmond Valley Council, Broken Hill Council, or the licensing police in Richmond Valley, they'd have a paper trail of this. So if there's anyone fucking internally in that who wants to just, find out the fucking fraud that's going on. And I say fraud. This is... The council in Broken Hill had nothing on me. They had nothing fucking on me. Now, even if they did have something fucking on me, why didn't they fine me for it? They didn't. But say retrospectively that they came through every bylaw and they pinged me on fucking something, right? What is illegal, I'm sure, is the Broken Hill Council. Someone in there is pissed off at me, right? And so they basically looked at my gig program and then gone, I've got contacts in the Richmond Valley Council where he's doing gigs, so I'll ring them up and basically say, fucking make sure you fucking knock this guy out, you can't do a gig. And then that didn't work, so they ring up the licensing police. Surely that's illegal. Like, that's just blatant power tripper. Just using his power, taxpayer money, which should be going into serving Broken Hill residents, to fucking take out a personal grudge against me, which is then cascaded. So I know it's in Broken Hill Council. It's just there, right? And, you know, I can't go to the cops, the licensed cops. They're all just doing their job, right? And even these guys who are trying to bust Gary, they said were sent down from somewhere high above in that office to do it. So this is not me fighting deep state here. This is me fighting shallow state. And it's Broken Hill Council who have fucking done this. Now, I want someone, ideally, from Broken Hill Council to fucking... I've just told you the dates and everything. I'll put the links down below. Can someone find out who did this and hold them accountable for it? Because you can't just go around shutting my shows for no reason. And what I've noticed is happening is these authorities are framing me as someone who does these publicity stunts. I'm not going around doing these publicity stunts. As I said, the publicity from papers is nothing compared to a good video. I'm not coming up through mainstream media. I'm just trying to do my job. So they're covering up for the fact that they're being heavy-handed, abusing authority. And that's the narrative that's coming out, which sometimes gets picked up by people. I won't bore you now with all the court cases I've gone through, but you know, people go, well, you're just, you know, you're wasting taxpayers' money by fucking going to court over these silly things. Why don't you pay the fines? It's like, okay, I can see how people do it over a silly fine, but I've stood up for the Rose thing. But when I pissed into a cup as part of a urine therapy interview with a doctor and a publican, sanctioned, which no one member from the public saw, me pissing, I get charged with offensive behaviour from Burt cops. And then, because I didn't fucking go, yes sir, I'll pay that, I'll accept it, they've loaded sexual fucking exposure, which is a low-level sex crime, and fucking me harassing another cop because she didn't like a joke I said to her, and I had on tape her laughing at it earlier. So they've used that, they've bluffed it into accepting me, you know, making me accept this fucking charge for offensive behaviour. Now, I've got on Win News as lead story as a sex offender, right? Now, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm a comedian. I don't really give a fuck, but most people would rather be falsely accused of being a serial killer than a sex offender, man. That's, you know, it doesn't sit well if you fucking, you know, got a normal job and a normal life and fucking, you know. So in court, they've pulled out the two charges before. And the prosecutors rang me up the week before and going, we're going to drop those fucking sex charge because, and the cop one, because 50 lawyers have looked over it and realised there's no case. I'm going, 50 lawyers? You've spent at least $100,000 already on trying to bust me for this offensive behaviour, which is the charge cops basically give you when they don't know what to charge you with. Because when I went in there, the judge basically said, drinking your own piss is not illegal. Right? I'm going, well, fucking, why am I getting busted if it's not illegal? It's going, well, it's offensive. I'm going, but no one fucking saw it. So who's offended? And they're going, oh, it's just what a reasonable person would think. He's the judge of a reasonable person. I'm going, well, it's on TV with Bear Grylls, 7:30. Fucking doesn't, you know, people aren't upset by that. It's just pissing and drinking it. And he's going, oh, that's different. You can look away when you watch TV. I'm going, well, no one even saw me because I made sure that no one could see me in the first place, so they didn't have to look away. And he's going, well, like, I'm literally talking to someone who is completely unreasonable. And he's just going, it doesn't matter whether anyone saw you. It just matters whether a reasonable person would think it's offensive. I'm going, so what? So I could just do a piss out in the middle of the bush and no one sees it and drink it, and that's, I know this is stupid, but fucking, you know, is that offensive? And he goes, yes. And I'm going, right, I'll go to the district, man. So these, and districts, you know, basically same thing. They didn't, you know, I got found guilty but no charge recorded. So it's fuck all. It doesn't affect me. But it's like, it does down the track with these cops in Evans Head Evans Head all through the Richmond Valley area, threatening to come to my gigs, and if anything's fucking they don't like, someone in the crowd pulls out their tits and rubs it in Gary's face while he doesn't give a fuck, they're going to charge me with offensive behaviour. And the next time I go to court, it's like, mate, you're repeating, and you're just getting shut down. I'm fighting for the right to do my job. So if anyone can fucking help me on this, you know, fuck it, I'll go on here. In between the fucking Broken Hill incident and this Evans Head thing in 2013, I went to Surfers Paradise. Now here's a photo. There's Gary in the fucking headlights of a cop car, right? And I'm in there, and someone took this photo and sent it to me. So the bottom, and I've done the 7th of August 2013. So I'm in Surfers Paradise, and I've walked around. I had a show there. I just walked around with Gary, just telling people I'm doing a show. Come down. Had a fucking good day in the sun. Walked through Cavill Avenue and everything, and it was fine. And then this cop found me after 2 hours and said, what are you doing with the goat? And again, the same story. I hadn't busted any laws. He's going, well, take it away. So I'll go and get my van. I come back, because it'll be quick. I'll drive the van up and put him in, and we'll fuck off after fucking doing nothing wrong. But the cop moves us on anyway. And I get back, and there's like 50, 60 people around Gary who's tied up, and then there's like 3 TV stations and 6 cops. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. So I just get Gary and put him in the car, and the cops could just fucking go, oh, well, mate. They haul me out the back of the nearby Woolies, where this scene happened, where I got interrogated for 2 hours by police, who basically, again, couldn't come up with any charge. And bear in mind, this was about 3 weeks after the Vlad incident in Queensland, where a couple of cops couldn't deal with some bikies punching each other, and then went, oh, we've got to have more police resources or more laws because we're undersourced and fucking we need help. And I'm going, well, fuck, mate, you got 10 cops around me now 3 weeks after that incident, just down the road from where you only had 2 cops or these bikies, and I'm just a guy with a goat, and you've got no fucking charge on me. And they didn't like me, right? And the only thing they can come up with, I'm not joking, he ended up pinning me for having an out-of-date rego sticker on my car. The car was registered, but I'd forgot to scrape it off. So he's fined me just the fuck you. So going, right, I paid the bill, and I found out later, because it was in New South Wales registered, and I was in Queensland couldn't have got me for that. So I could have gone to court and fought it, but fuck it, man, I'm trying to do a job, man. I'm not trying to get all this publicity from courts. I'm fucking well and truly over it. So I've done that, but I'm going to tell you another story in between that, just so you can, you know, after the Surfers Paradise thing, I'm driving down towards Evans Head to this gig, which is below Byron Bay. Anyway, a local newspaper has contacted me and said, can we do a story on you? I go, oh, yeah, righto, no worries. And they go, there's this goat on the headland of Byron Bay. And I'll just fucking pull it up here. And it's water ghost, this goat. I don't know if it's still there. It's probably been shot. Fucking anyway, the authorities just couldn't fucking get it, right? And here we go. So the paper said, can we meet you up there? And I've gone up there, and there's no, at the time, and there's no fucking journalists up there. And meanwhile, the cops and the rangers around me, and I'm saying, look, I'm just up here for an interview. And then I've rung the Northern Star, and I said, Peter Weeks, here's the guy who's lined it up with me. Fucking, where is he? And they're basically going, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going, fucking what? This is weird, man. Righto. So the cops have let me off. You know, they've looked at my car and gone, fuck, man, just get the fuck out of here. Like, fucking so much paperwork defecting you. So they were cool. They let me off. And then I went down to Evans Head, where this thing happened with the Publican, which is now happening again with the Ballina. 4 years later, Ballina, Nimbin and casino gigs just going, the licensing police shutting down my gig, cutting off my income source and threatening venues you know, it's all right for me. I go, this guy fucking can handle us fucking getting stuck into them, but these venues can't, because they, you know, they've got a business to run. They lose a lot. So that's when I spoke to my mate Howard, and he again said the press is all fucking lined up in this. The press was probably told by these cops and licensing police, don't go near this guy, don't give this guy air. So I'm not really confident that any mainstream media will give me any air on this. But I don't want mainstream media, but isn't that the job of investigative journalists to fucking address shit like this? So I don't think it'll happen, but I'm just basically saying I've got a media channel, which is probably going to be shut down. Facebook will probably fucking shut this down, but if they don't, GaryTheGoat.tv is where all my gigs are, and fucking where I'll be when I get shut down. I'll still keep doing this, but I'll just go back into I'm not allowed to do gigs and I'm not allowed to do social media. I'll just be Jimbo and Goat Gary. I'll still do it, man. But in the meantime, can anyone help me out there, viewers, especially in Broken Hill, and go, who is the guy who basically did this abuse of power 4 years later, instigating all these dominoes from people just doing their job to harass me? I'm clearly not someone going around trying to tie up essential services to get publicity. I'm just a cunt with a goat trying to fucking do my job, make people laugh. And I think I've been quite successful doing that. After 20 years, I've suddenly got millions of people, and millions of people are fucking, you know, happy with what I've done. There's always fucking trolls and people trying to attack you and shit like that. But I get a lot of people going, mate, I get a laugh from you. You are relief from all the rules that are fucking crushing my spirit and sending me into depression and fucking near suicide and fucking cancer and fucking all this shit that's fucking everyone up. So that's what my story is. Can someone, this is not a whinge, it's basically specifically, again, Broken Hill Council, who the fuck did this, man? And I want to fucking find you. Can anyone help me? I'll meet up with Gary soon, man. The adventures are going to continue.